Today we shall discuss about the voltage multiplier circuits. As the name itself indicates that these are the electronic the circuits are diode circuits which will multiply the peak value of the input voltage, that is the 2 times the peak voltage, 3 times the peak voltage, or the 4 times the peak voltage, so that by using these diodes the multiplication of the peak value of a signal is possible. Here we shall first discuss about the half wave voltage doubler circuits. This one, it is the circuit diagram of a half wave voltage doubler circuits. Here a 230 volts 50 hertz, that is a voltage is applied at the primary of the transformers. At the secondary we will be getting the voltage at the secondary of the transformers. Here the two capacitors are used, capacitor C1 and C2, and these are the two diodes. Now during the positive half cycle of the voltage at the secondary of the transformer, during the positive half cycle of the voltage at the secondary of the transformers, diode D1 is forward biased and D2 is reverse biased. Because here this one it is positive, this is negative, so that this diode is forward biased because the voltage at the anode of this diode is more as compared to the cathode, so that this diode D1 is forward biased. Now the D2 is reverse biased. The voltage across this, and that's diode D1 is forward biased, it is short circuited. D2 it is reverse biased, it is open circuited. Here if the KVL is applied to this loop, the voltage across capacitor C1 is VC1 minus VC1 plus VM is equal to 0. VC1 is equal to VM because the capacitor it charges with the polarities as shown in the figures. Here the voltage across this capacitor is equal to the peak value of the voltage. During the negative half cycle of the voltage at the secondary of the transformers, during the negative half cycles, here at the secondary of the transformers during negative half cycle, this one it will becomes negative, it will be the positive, so that the D1 is reverse biased and D2 is forward biased. So that here D1 is reverse biased, it is open circuited, D2 is forward biased, so that this is short circuited. Now KVL is applied to the circuit. If KVL is applied to the circuits, minus VC2 minus VM minus VC1 is equal to 0, VC2 is equal to minus VM minus VC1, VC2 is equal to minus VM, VC2 is equal to minus 2 VM. So only during the negative half cycle the output voltage is 2 times the peak voltage. One thing that is clear is that during positive half cycle this capacitor is charging, but during the negative half cycles only during the negative half cycle the voltage available at the capacitor C2 is the 2 times the peak voltage, so that only during the negative half cycle of the output voltage is 2 times the peak voltage. This circuit is known as the half wave voltage doubler circuits. Okay. Now full wave voltage doubler circuits. Here this one, it is the two diodes are connected here, diode D1 and D2, and the capacitor C1 and C2, and the this one, it is the other terminal of the secondary of the transformers. The other terminal of the secondary of the transformers, it is connected in between the two capacitors C1 and C2, and a voltage, output voltage is taken across the combination of C1 and C2. During the positive half cycle, the diode D1 is forward biased. Capacitor C1, it charges to the peak value of the voltage with the polarities as shown in the figure. That is, D2 is reverse biased, positive half cycle. During the positive half cycle, D1 is forward biased, D2 is reverse biased. So this one, it forms a closed path. Here it is forming a closed path, but since D2 is open circuited, there will not be any formation of the closed path at this point. But this circuit, it is a closed path. Minus Vc1 plus Vm is equal to 0. Vc1 is equal to Vm. That is, the voltage across this capacitor C1 is equal to the peak value of the voltage. During the negative half cycle, D1 is off and D2 is on. Capacitor C2 charges with the polarities as shown in the figure. Capacitor C2 charges with the polarities as shown in the figure, so that apply KVL at the output. Here this one, it is the negative, this it is positive. Peak value of the voltage at the secondary of the transformers. Minus V0, it is the during negative half cycle, this closed path, it is a, since diode D1 is open circuited, it will not be a closed path, but this one, it forms a closed path. This one, it forms a closed path, so that here this negative, this one positive, the capacitor C2, it charges with the polarities. Here it is positive, here it is negative, so that the applying KVL at the output will be getting the minus V0 plus Vc2 plus Vc1 is equal to 0. Not is equal, output voltage is equal to 2 times the peak voltage. Since for this circuit, the output voltage, it is 2 times the peak voltage, and it is available both during the positive as well as during the negative half cycles. In the total complete cycle, we will be getting the output voltage that is equal to 2 times the peak voltage. That's why this one, it is known as a full wave voltage doubler circuits. Okay. Now we shall consider about the numericals. A positive voltage, a silicon diode, a germanium diode, a 5.6 kilo ohm. It is at across this load resistance, output is taken. Here determine the output voltage and the diode current ID for the series connection of the diodes for the series circuits. Both the diodes are forward biased, because here at the input will applying a plus 12 volts as the input, and the cut-in voltage the voltage of the silicon diode is 0.7 volts. The cut-in voltage of this germanium diode, it is 0.3 volts. If this circuit, if ion real drawn here, this circuit, it is ion real drawn by considering the cut-in voltages of the diodes. For the silicon 0.7 volts, for the germanium it is 0.3 volts, and here it is the 12 volts, because here it is already mentioned that if it is not mentioned silicon or germanium, it is ideal diode. You have to consider it is ideal, but here it is mentioned it is a silicon diode and this one it is a germanium diode, so that you have to consider when the diodes are forward biased, what is the voltages of the cut-in voltages of the two diodes. Here 0.7 volts, here it is 0.3 volts, and this one it is closed path. The current flowing through the diodes is, if KVL is applied at this point, 12 minus 0.7 minus 0.3 upon 5.6 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to 1.96 milliamperes. Is equal to 1.96 milliamperes. That is the current which is flowing through. This is the diode, that is the diode current. This one, it is the diode current which is flowing within this closed path. So that the output voltage is equal to ID into R is equal to the current flowing through the diodes is 1.96 milliamperes, 1.96 into 10 raised to minus 3, and that is the load resistance, because here the whatever the current which is flowing through this path, same current it is flowing through this one, because here ID is equal to IR. Here at this circuits, the same current, because only two resistance, one resistance is present in between the input path and the output path. IDR is equal to 1.96 into 10 raised to minus 3, 5.6 into 10 raised to 3, it is 10.97 volts. Okay, this one, it is the output voltage which the drop of voltage across this resistance is equal to the output voltage. ID is this values and output voltage is this values. Now similarly, here we shall consider the another example of the diode circuits. 10 volts is the input resistance R1, it is 4.7 kilo ohms with the voltage across, that is V1. Here at the output a load resistance 2.2 kilo ohms and a battery of E2 is equal to minus 5 volts. This is V2. Now here we have to determine what are the parameters that we have to determine the current I flowing in this path, voltage V1, that is voltage across the drop of voltage across this resistance R1, V2, the drop of voltage across this resistance 2.2 kilo ohms, and the output voltage for the series DC configuration. Determine current I, V1, V2 and the output voltage for the series DC configuration of these diodes. Now here 10 volts, it is the input voltage 4.7 kilo ohms, that is the resistance R1, and here it is mentioned that it is a silicon diode. It is mentioned it is silicon diode, so that you have to consider when the diode is on, the cut-in voltage it is equal to 0.7 volts. If it is not mentioned, it is a ideal diode, so that you have to consider that is it is equal to, when it is on, it is replaced by a short circuit. So that when particularly it is mentioned the type of whether it is a germanium diode or a silicon diode, then you have to consider the cut-in voltage of the diode when it is under the forward bias conditions. Here, since a 10 volt is applied at the input, so that this diode it is forward biased and it is replaced by the cut-in voltage of that diodes, and here resistance are a battery of 5 volts, it is connected in series with the resistance. Now if KVL is applied at the input, here KVL is applied at the inputs minus 0.7 plus 5 plus 10 minus 4.7 into 10 raised to 3 I minus 2.2 into 10 raised to 3 I. So that from that the current I flowing within this loop is equal to 15 minus 0.7 upon 14.3 is equal to 2.07 milliamperes. 2.07 milliampere, this is the current which is flowing within this closed path. 2.07 milliampere is the current which is flowing within this closed path. Okay. Now when you know the current which is flowing in this closed path, then the drop of voltage across this resistance R1 is equal to I R1 2.07 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is current flowing in this path, into 4.7 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to 9.73 volts, is equal to 9.73 volts, that is the drop of voltage across this resistance B1. Similarly, the drop of voltage across this resistance R2 of 2.2 kilo ohms is equal to 2.2 into 10 raised to 3 into 2.07 into 10 raised to minus 3 is equal to 4.55, that is the drop of voltage across the resistance R2. Now you have determined the current I which is flowing in that the input path, input circuit, and the drop of voltage across resistance R1, voltage across resistance R2. Now the output voltage minus V0 minus 5 plus V2 is equal to 0. Output voltage is equal to minus 5 plus V2 is equal to 0. Output voltage is minus 5 plus 4.55 is output voltage is equal to minus 0.45 volts, that is the output voltage which we will be getting at the output of the circuits, that is minus 0.45 volts is the total voltage which we will be getting at the output of this. This is the for the diode circuits. Okay.